Hello.
Hello, hello.
How are you, Thayer?
Good, very good. It's a little gray here. We've had a cold gray spring in Santa Fe.
It's been a little gray here today,
Yeah,
too.
long,
Not too cold, just sort of gray.
gray. Yeah, which is unusual. We will have a gray day here and there, but we've had like 3 days of gray. So, well, and I got some gray here too. So,
And I am gray because I'm currently doing some things that where I need to look the part. I need to look like a little old lady.
that's
So,
right. No purple hair.
no,
Yeah,
not at the moment.
that
As
is
soon
amazing.
as I get all my legality stuff taken care of, it will be purple again.
There you go. Yeah, no, you can't look too weird if you're
Right?
uh,
Yes, and not too.
you're not too out there. I mean,
Yes.
although it's very common these days, my doctor has tattoos all over his pants, all over his legs, and they sneak out when he sits down, and I tease him about it. He's supposed
Yes.
to be a doctor, but everybody's got tattoos and piercings and things like
Yeah.
that. So
I have tattoos too,
yeah,
which I generally have covered up. So
yeah.
we have competition tonight. So Gerald is on with doing a deck review with a creator,
Oh,
and Scott Allen is also on.
oh,
So
okay.
we may not have too many viewers
People,
with us, but whoever we have, you're all welcome.
yeah.
Come on in.
They need to get very long readings.
Make yourself comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
So far in chat, I only see Janet P.
But Warrior Girl,
Warrior Girl's here. Hi, Janet. Thank you for coming. Warrior Girl
let me see.
113. Is it 113 or 1113? Hang on. You
Well,
put my glasses on.
because the owl looks like a one.
Looks like a one.
Yeah.
Warrior Girl's here.
So
Talking about my
young,
youngest just sent me a pic of his 3 minutes ago. That's funny.
his tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, tattoos are it. Is that a Gen Z thing? I don't know what generation. Hi,
I don't
Joan.
know. I
Yeah.
got my first one in honor of getting a divorce. So for me, it was a celebration thing.
Tattoo parlors when I got a divorce. But line up in the back of my car, just divorced.
That's
It's hard. It's hard getting divorced. I'm telling
it
you,
is.
it's tough.
It
Yeah.
is. Joan
So
B has joined us. Hi, Joan. Thank you for coming.
yeah.
And if I can find her,
Hi,
Nancy
Nancy.
Roger.
Haven't seen you in a while. You've
Who?
been around. How you doing, Nancy? How's that pink? How's Arizona? I think you're the woman from Arizona. I've done readings on. Yeah.
Nancy, where are you located? Are you in Arizona?
Is that that's in the same Nancy? I've done readings for you. I think I've done a private reading for you. So, and we can do, longer readings.
Yes.
If there's not a lot of people, that means we can take our time with the readings.
Yes. And
Monkey.
we can, yes, and Monkey wants to be in. She's in North Carolina.
Okay. All right. Different Nancy. Sorry about that. Yeah. Well, we can still give you a reading from North Carolina too, Nancy. So I know way back over a year ago, there was a woman named Nancy in Arizona. I did a lot of readings for.
Joan B is in North Carolina too.
You are.
But moving soon.
Yeah, you guys had that legislator that turned from Democrat to Republican. those were all pre-designed plants. They have 2 in Louisiana,
So no private reading,
but I have
but you have read for
right. Okay, so
like
yeah,
here or in another,
another yeah.
because
Yep,
you are
I do
on with Allie
Allie and
and
I'm going on with Joan, the true wisdom seeker on her channel in a little while. And then I've done uh phone readings, private readings. So
Warrior Girls in New York,
in New York.
just south of Syracuse.
Oh, you guys must have gotten a lot of snow.
Joan B said that was horrendous.
Oh yeah, the political traitor. Yeah, the Republicans, in order to get power, hi Andrea, they have to sneak around and cheat. They can't just do it.
That was just a bait and switch, is what that was. That was so wrong.
And there was 2 in Louisiana too. So, what I've been practicing is blending with becoming the first person of the person I'm reading for. I did that. That was pretty interesting. Went from 81 to 40. Yeah.
Frostbite to sunburn in the same week. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think it's been the spring has been wonky. It is like, you get tornadoes and heat and then cold and everywhere, just like the winter. All the snow in the West is just huge amounts of snow, which is great because it's going to help.
He is in Kentucky. So
yeah.
I starred you, Nancy. So okay. You'll get to be first in line.
Yeah. Do you give a reading for you? And I know. Well, is everybody celebrating that Tucker Carlson has stepped down? I mean, even that's politics, but no one saw that coming. Nobody of the psychics saw him getting the boot. We saw a lot of the people going into lawsuits, but not spit out like a piece of sand. Just like that, man, he's gone.
I got you, warrior girl. I got started you.
It's a mess.
North Carolina politics are such a mess. I can't believe what Republicans get away with here. They do that in Texas as well.
Yeah, they have to cheat.
Jeff Jackson is a Democratic representative, and he's trying to fight back. He's a superhero. They all are. All of those trying to fight back are superheroes. Yeah. Don Lemon too. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think there was some friction between management and Don for some time.
Yeah, because he's a real misogynist. He was talking about how some women are not in their prime, like where did this guy come from? Has he been hiding under a rock that
they sent him to sensitivity training.
I don't think it worked.
Somebody did.
Yeah, we talk about how big males are or make comments on their sexuality. I mean,
I think that has been so inbred into men as a whole that it's something to overcome. It's still in.
It's a identity. It's like a
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. It's part of their identity.
Yeah.
And part of how they perceive the world. So.
Well, apparently Tucker Carlson liked to use the C word a lot. And I think that was one of the reasons he got the boot, because they're getting ready to sue him and sue Fox News. So
yes.
Yeah, but he's obviously
that's besides the other little thing.
All the other stuff. Yeah.
So.
I know. Well, I never thought the day would come. I really didn't. So it's a nice break in the clouds.
So let me see. If anyone would like, I've got would like a reading. I've got Nancy and Warrior Girl, and we are, since we're kind of have a smaller group tonight, we are going to do a little bit longer readings.
Longer readings.
And
you know, it would be really nice, since it is such a small group, that if we are reading and I'm on the wrong energy, that something is said, or if I am on the right energy, or both of us are, we can get some feedback, which is not, it's harder with the chat. I know that. But since we have time and we don't have a big queue, we can all have a little party, a little mediumship psychic reading party here.
there you go.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Now, who did I say? Nancy and Warrior Girl. So,
okay, if Janet P's got one from her.
P or okay, if Joan or Andrea or who else is here? I know there's one other person here.
Yeah.
Just...
Hey, Andrea, how'd it go with I know about 3 weeks ago you were dealing with some issues in your family with your sister-in-law or something. Wondering how that went down for you, whether the advice was helpful. Yeah. 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 There's lots of live streaming that, but I've missed.
And it's fine because that's what playback is for. It helps our algorithm when people watch us on playback. And you can't be expected to get to everyone, especially if you have several people on at the same time that you resonate with and you watch the shows.
And it's the dinner hour. All right, let's get a reading in here. Hi, Hypnicity. How are you?
Hi, Hypnicity.
Yeah.
If you would like a reading, I'm starring everyone now.
Oh, Joan B is moving. She's moving. That's right. She's moving.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. Well, we have 5. We can get started. And if we get more, then that'll be fine. And if we don't, that'll be fine too, because we'll just take our time.
I have to go right at 6:15. I've got an appointment at 6:30. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll try to, for sure, keep it to an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Nancy Riker is first.
So Nancy, I'm just going to assume that you want a regular psychic reading. We'll just see what happens. If you have a certain question, you can always put that in the chat. But
yes. So.
I'm just going to go into it, Nancy. You know, when I tap into your name and your energy, I see like an oak tree and a forest and a very grounded to the earth and very grounded to life. I feel like you've got a pretty good handle on living and how to move things around on the earth. Maybe they don't move around the way you want them all the time, but you're pretty good at doing that, and that you give people very good advice. You know, that sometimes people will come to you for advice or just that you're a good listener, and that's very valuable. That shows a great amount of compassion and openness to a lot of the energies around you. I don't know if you're married or not, but I feel like there's somebody in your life that really loves you, that really uh, that you really ground them. I don't know if it's a child or a husband or both, but that you are kind of like an oak tree, that you have acorns and you nurture growth around you. Uh, and I know you have some fears and some doubts about things. But again, I'm seeing a great amount of wisdom, that you've got wisdom and you know when to ask for help. And I feel like you just sometimes you let things work themselves out. Very old soul. So I can write down more stuff if you want to tune in there and do a reading for Nancy.
Not divorced, but probably my youngest son.
So, right.
So, Nancy, I got kind of the same thing. My first card is the King of Pentacles. And if you look at this King of Pentacles, there's an oak tree behind him. He's steady, reliable, earthy, and if this is a person, then they are rock steady there for you. They are, it could also be you.
I think it's
That
her. Yeah.
this energy that is not dependent on gender. So this steadfast, earthy, really stalwart person going forward, slow and steady.
Yep.
With the Knight of Pentacles. So still with Pentacles, very earthy, very grounded. But here's the kicker. These two cards came out together. The Ace of Swords and the Sun. So whatever you have working on that is the slow and steady energy, let me find the camera. It is going to work out for the best. That is truth, justice, all of that in that Ace of Swords is being handed to you, and all things are coming to the light. So whatever it is that you have working, because of your steadiness, because you're going after it in a very measured way, it will come to pass.
Well, and it's funny that you said that, because the first two cards that Deb got was exactly what I saw. And when the Sword of Truth came out and the Sun, I saw a new man or a new love or a new light coming in who likes your truth. Yeah.
I would look for good things, that your work, your hopefulness, the seeds you planted is all going to come blossom, come to fruition.
And I also see that you've been on an evolutionary path of developing and moving yourself forward, which is probably one of the reasons why your marriage failed. And that the new person coming in and the new energy, the new group of people, that new energy that Deb's card showed, are really going to be right at your evolutionary level. So I think a certain amount of loneliness or isolation, perhaps, that you felt, during COVID and stuff, will be lifting. So, I've got, boy, I'd love for you to be my neighbor. You're a great neighbor, a good listener, very solid, very wise. I'm sure your son is very dependent. It is just loves hanging on to that oak tree that you are.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's a great, when we come on in 2 weeks, Nancy, give us an update because
Yeah.
yeah, I'd love to be your friend. I think you're probably a really good friend, you know. So if you have
Very.
a question while we're in your energy, you can ask it to us since we've got a lot of time, I guess.
Yes. So,
So, okay,
okay. Are we ready to go on?
next
Thank you
one.
for letting us read for you, Nancy.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't always remember to say that, but we really appreciate your questions.
Yeah.
Warrior Girl, I'd love a reading too, please, and thank you very much. Warrior Girl, do you have anything specific you'd like to know, or? Nancy says, I have 3 grown sons. I would
Love.
love them, your friend always. So she is your friend.
Yeah. But yeah. And your sons love you. They really love you, even though they might be crabby.
Message from Spirit for Warrior Girl.
Okay.
Hi, Lisa. Lisa Rhodes is with us. Kindness and light. You're welcome, Nancy.
Do you have people around you that are untrustworthy that you might be doing dealings with that you're not sure about? I'm getting the message of really follow your gut instinct. With, I don't know if you're doing a deal or you're not, it could not be anything really big, but follow your gut instinct on what you're doing and projects that you're starting. Because I get the sky, when I tapped into your energy, I get like a blue sky with wispy clouds, and that you can move around in that sky very easily, and that you have a bird's eye view of things. But I keep hearing not that this is a negative thing at all, but be on your toes, and something comes along that sounds that to think it through before you really make a big decision on it. It could be an estimate of fixing your car, or it could be building a house, or something in life that might come up that you might need to make a decision on financially. But I just see your energy flying around in the sky, being very happy, very free. And I don't know if you have kids in school. I'm getting children in school. Maybe that's where you're, sit back and meditate and ask your guides for guidance when you feel you need it. And that's sort of what I'm getting a little bit. I don't know if you have a 3-year-old or a small child in school. I'm getting, but you can, oh, you're fighting SSID to get some help. No income. Oh, okay. I remember that warrior girl. Right. So what I'm seeing is keep applying, cross your T's, get help. Don't assume. Oh, you have 4 grown sons. Okay. Don't assume, or maybe you could get one of your sons to help you with this SSI. So don't assume, and use your intuition and get some help in dealing with this. 3 living, 2 in heaven. Okay. Well, whether you ask for heavenly help or earthly help, to get help and make sure, stand firm, make sure what you're doing that you can move forward on it. And don't give up. And ask your sons, ask for help.
And ask for specific helper from the other side to be your helper, to guide you with the paperwork and all of the red tape and all of that. You can ask for a specific helper guide. The first card I got, Warrior Girl, the wise one, grow within your current situation. You are the wise one. You know the direction you're going and what you need. The hunter, track down your fears and desires. You know what those are. Those fears that this isn't going to work out. Stop telling yourself that. Go for your desires. Weed out those fears. Tell yourself this will work. You are going, yes, hypnicity. Ask out loud. The sun. Enjoy success and happiness. It's right around the corner. The shield maiden came out with the sun. The shield maiden is make plans and focus. So you are on the right track. You are growing in the situation that you're literally in right now. You are finding a way to make it. Be sure to tell yourself the positive things. Don't dwell on the negative things. Don't say, I don't want this. Say, I am getting this. Kind of change your internal dialogue so that it reflects that. So keep, where is it? There it is. There she is. That shield maiden. She is there to help you, to protect you, to make sure that you are making the progress that you want to make. Just make plans and focus on it. So I think my feeling is that it's going to work out. It takes forever for them to get through the paperwork and deny it and go back through again. And my brother, it took 3 years for him to get his. But I think that normally it takes around 2 years. So you are hitting in that time frame where you should be getting something pretty soon. Yes, Andrea, be ready to appeal.
Deb, can you hold up that warrior card that you got for her?
The warrior or the
warrior?
The hunter or the warrior?
The hunter. No, the other one. The hunter.
This one.
Yeah. So right. I mean, it's amazing how Deb's cards and mine are the same, because I got take your power back, call your representative every day, call the government every day, and don't take no for an answer.
Yes.
Don't call up, whether it's state or government representative. I'm getting, you need to become a hunter and a warrior, and you need to go and demand, because, if you just go, oh, that was the message I got. Don't
give up
by what they're giving you. I know that. Do you have a state? It's a government. SSI is government, right? Yeah. So call your government representative every day. Write them a letter. Show them your denial. And so the warrior, become the warrior, and don't let that sort of frustration and anger simmer in you. Give it back to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give federal. It. Yes.
Whoever your federal representative is, whether he's on the House committee, House, or it's got to be the House. Call them every day. drive the secretary crazy and say that, and just, that warrior card. Because that's what I'm getting is that, the negotiations you're into, you have to be like the shield maiden, just like Deb's cards. Yeah. Whatever negotiation you're getting into, you have to, don't let them pacify you with their BS. Yeah. So let us know in 2 weeks when we come back on again how it's going. Okay.
Yeah. And definitely call in spiritual help.
Yeah. Call in spiritual help, and you become Archangel Angel Michael with a sword. Well, call. Go down to the office. Oh man, these Republicans.
I know.
Call your senator. Call your senator. Say you're like when I get on a mission, like when somebody stole my dog, I got the TV station to cover it just because I felt like I had to really, that was me, but do what you can. Yeah.
If you don't have an attorney, get one. Get some kind of advocate. That will help.
Call up on talk show radios.
Yes.
The squeaky wheel gets the grease.
Yeah.
At least it will help you emotionally.
Yes. Speak it into being. Speak it into the universe.
Yeah. Yeah. We feel for you. I feel for you. It's a nightmare, but shine light on that. Shine your light on your nightmare. So good luck, warrior girl.
Yes. And I hope that helps. Just make sure that you are calling in every bit of help that you know to call in.
And physically call radio stations, call your senator, go down to your representative's office, tell your Republican representative that you voted for him, and that you want to make sure that you're going to tell all your friends to vote for him, but you're not going to because he's not helping you. Yeah, you do need an attorney. Praying for you, warrior girl. Yeah.
Yes. So,
yeah.
Yes. Speak it into existence and then make it happen. Squeak as much as you need to.
Yeah. Good luck. Be your name.
Yes.
Be your
the
name.
warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have somebody check all your paperwork. I'd have somebody double check your paperwork, which is where an attorney might be well founded. So,
yes.
All right. Yeah.
We'll go fight for back pay. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What state do you live in, warrior girl?
I had to go in front of 2 judges and keep going. Just don't drop it. Yes, don't drop it and don't start over.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
That's what you want. They absolutely want you to give up.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're in New York. Well, call up Senator Gillibrand. Call her up. Contact Senator Gillibrand's office. Tell her you're not getting a response and that your representative is blocking you, and you ask her for help. And then if you don't get help, call her the next day. She's really smart. She's liberal. And maybe they'll get you where do I get a good lawyer? How can I afford a good lawyer? I know on WNYC and Brian Lair, that's right, that people call.
Shine a light on it.
Yeah, shine the light on it. People call all the time and they get help. So good luck, warrior girl.
The doctor they sent her to made her pain worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Well.
So,
yeah.
We'll be with you. And So just think of us. Hi, Viviani.
Hey, Viviani.
Let us know when you're going, whenever something happens, and we'll be with you.
Yeah. 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 And check in 2 weeks. We want to know how it's going.
Yes, let us know.
Yeah.
Okay. Janet would like a message from guides.
Yeah. Did you have somebody recently die? A dog or a friend? Or did you have somebody that moved into the light or moved into a spiritual place lately? Or maybe you have. Because I'm getting the color white. I'm getting, which means it's transitional, not death. There's, maybe somebody else passed, but no death for you. But I'm getting a transition has occurred for you, around you, and that it affected you deeply. It could be a positive or negative, but you felt it very deeply. And your guides are saying that they're very aware of this shift and this change in your heart. And that they are, I'm getting like the soft clouds. Oh yeah. Okay. So your mom just passed. Okay. So that's what I'm getting. Your mom just passed. You had a big shift. And I'm seeing beautiful white flowers, white light lotus. So I think your mom is doing very well, but your guides are surrounding you in tenderness and love and giving you a lot of support, because there has been a change in energy and a transformation for your energetic space. Because when somebody dies, there is like an energy that leaves, and that rely, mourn, cry, don't feel ashamed. Talk to your guides, talk to your mother. I'm just seeing them holding you in this sort of white light and handing you bouquets of beautiful white flowers and giving you tenderness and kisses, and any kind of help that you need. And they're not going to be the obnoxious neighbor that asks stupid questions, but you can ask questions and talk to them and talk to your mom if you need it. And I don't know if you've got a brother or a husband, but I think that there's another male energy that might be feeling a little lost because of this, or that you might be, yeah, that might be feeling a little lost. So it could be a brother or a
The
son from a
same, the
what?
same week we found out my husband's mother has cancer.
Okay,
So
so
that's
that's picking up is the husband. So that's difficult that you have two people that are in distress. So take time to spend time by yourself, walk in nature, a lot of self-care. Your guides and angels are there with loving, compassionate support, and rely on some of your girlfriends for support um, uh, if your husband's not there to do it. And because I have a feeling that your husband's going to need more support from you. the, but yeah, go ahead.
It's hard to give that support when you're grieving too.
Yeah.
The first card I got was the Storm Angel. The Storm Angel is collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. So there is a powerful collision going on. I got your question, Viviani. There's a powerful storm going on now where beliefs are colliding. and the way foundations are being shaken. The Nautilus Princess also came out with this card, and she represents powerful personal growth. And look at her face. Look at the sadness on her face. The personal growth is coming from the sadness. We know that the hard things are the lessons, and the hard things, the things that break our heart, they're the things we have to learn. That's what we came here to do. We came here to experience all of it. Um, I got the Angel de los Muertos. So she is transitions to the spirit realm. So they are surrounding you with love and support. It's hard to remember and to work through it, but when you have all of this grief around your heart, it's very hard to hear the messages and to know that you're being supported. So, what we want you to know is that they are there, they are supporting you. And so, work through your grief the way you need to. Help your husband work through his grief. He's going to grieve before and after. You know he is. So together, don't let it pry you apart. Let it bring you together. A clockwork pumpkin, a wonderful idea, the aha moment. So something is going to come out of this that will be helpful to you, that will be loving to you. You are going to get through it, and you will come out the other side, hopefully together. That it will make you stronger. If you let it, it will make you stronger. So, my deepest condolences to you. It took me years to get over my mother's death. It's, you know, one of the hardest things I ever lived through. But I did live through it, and you will too. And so will your husband. So you have our love and our support. And we're here if you need us.
I'm just getting that you're surrounded in supportive angelic light, and to walk in nature, take really good care of yourself, take care of yourself before you. I saw that your husband got COVID, but remember to take care of yourself, talk to your girlfriends, and keep your energy balanced and healthy, and then help your husband and other people around you. But the angels are there comforting you,
They
because
are.
they are.
Just and I just on the bottom of the deck, I got the dress of alchemy. Release your power. So let this make you strong. You can do it. They want you to know you can do it.
Totally.
So you're welcome, Janet. I hope that's at least comforting.
Yeah.
So
Big hugs, not easy. Not easy.
our love to you. Yes.
Our love to you. Yeah.
Okay. Andrea has a question. Is this new aspect? I'm going to have to put my glasses on for this one. Excuse me while I drop my glasses.
Is this new aspect of the ascension energy empowering individuals to choose the right thing without fear or repercussion?
Individuals, what individuals, Andrea? In individuals in the spiritual community or just individuals in general? Janet said that was what she needed to hear.
They know. They know.
They do know.
They do know. So,
um, Andrea, do you mean all individuals? Linda de Gonzalez has joined us. Hi, Linda.
So, Andrea, the first thing that I got from this is it depends on the individual's soul path. You know, some people like Tucker Carlson leaving, you know, that is ascension energy, kind of like, you know, separating the wheat from the chaff, you know, that there are things that are moving and progressing, but in terms of an individual, everybody gets to make their own choices on how they're going to deal with certain challenges.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for you, I feel like you're moving into the ascension energy just fine. What do you think, Deb?
Oh, yeah, I think she's moving into it just fine.
Oh, aha, awareness. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about Janet's question. Okay, I get the creature's paw, which is friendship and forgiveness. So that is one aspect of the ascension energy. And then the wolf is the self without others, a calling. So there are individuals who are hearing the calling of the ascension. And I got Alejandra Pizamic, and she represents solitude, and solitude is silence and spaces. So those who hear and understand and feel the shift in energy toward ascension are choosing the right thing without fear. I think that in general is happening. On the bottom, I got the toad, which is
I love toads.
humor and joy. So those balanced enough
Yeah.
to recognize what's going on with the ascension, they are being empowered. But I think that especially the younger generation, don't fear repercussions the way maybe some of the older ones do, because they've had to live with the kind of fear that we never had. You know, fear of somebody coming in and shooting up their school. I lived through the Oklahoma City bombing. I lived in Oklahoma City at the time. My son was very small, and we were supposed to be in that building that day. If I had not broken my wrist earlier in the winter, we would have been there. There were 19 children in that building. That whole generation of kids grew up with that memory. So I think that it's beyond being aware of the ascension, that those who choose to stand up and do the right thing without fear are the ones who have lived through this time.
I also think that I mean, we all encounter fear. Okay. I mean, I'm always scared when I come on these shows. Am I going to be able to, you know, click in? But it also means that you're reaching another level, another vibration, something new that's not familiar. So it means you're growing. And we all have to move through fear. I mean, I even think Christ had to move through fear.
Yes.
You know, it's part of the human condition. So it's not, it shouldn't be a source of shame or lack of power. I'm sure Warrior Girl has fear. about not getting her Social Security. So, Andrea, I really see that as personal growth for you.
Yes.
And it's taken a lot of people, to do these lawsuits, to move forward, to push, to push light on the dark, which takes fear. So, yeah, I mean, Andrea, you're always moving forward and always helping. So, and, dealing with a fear, I think, helps break down the fog between us and the higher realms.
Right.
It's sort of like a fog that you need to navigate through to get out to see clearer shores. Hi,
Yes.
Desmond's cats. So, yeah.
So yes, I think that individuals are being moved to do the right thing, but not necessarily because they're aware of the ascension. They are just being moved to do it.
Yeah.
And that is part of the ascension.
Yeah, that is part of the ascension. So,
Okay. Let me
okay.
just quickly check here. I think Hypnicity says, I think Oklahoma City was my first rabbit hole that made me start researching theories. Yeah, I think one of my stories is about that. If it's not, I'll look through it and tell one. So, because it was something. It was something. So, okay, next we have Joan B. I'd like a reading about my next month or my move or a general. So you want us to read about your move? We can do that.
When I read that, Joan B, in the comments, I automatically heard watch the weather. Be aware of the weather and when you're going to move, actually physically move to one place to another, check the weather forecast. That's what I got right away, but let me tune in some more.
Lisa and Judy B are with us.
Yeah.
Good evening. Happy to have you join us. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Kelly is here. Lauren Hunsinger is with us. Welcome. Come in, and if I missed you, I'm sorry. And welcome. Thank you for asking, Andrea. You're welcome.
I feel like this is a happy move for you, that you're going to be leaving behind some memories and some energy that you're ready to let go of. And that there's also some melancholia about moving, of leaving those things behind. But I feel like you're maybe in your heart, or even physically, you're sort of moving close to that heart home for you. That this is a soothing move for you. And moving also brings up many memories and things that you don't usually think about. So I feel like you're going to be filled with different thoughts and reflections on how much you've grown and what you're leaving behind. But I think once you're moved and settled, I feel that there's comfort for you, and almost a relief that it's over with. And again, I would, when you're packing up the truck and going on the road and you're planning that, I would look at the weather forecast and see what it's like. I don't know how long a drive you have, but to really sort of check how that's going. But again, I'm seeing that this is a strenuous, but it's a comfort move for you. Moving back close to where I grew up. Yeah, that you're going home.
Yes.
I feel like it's going home. you're leaving behind a life experience that you're glad you had, but you're ready to go back. Because I'm seeing you um, packing dolls and toys and things that you had from the past, and that is giving you a great heartfelt, which could be your childhood. It's a 5-hour drive. Yeah. So see if there's not any tornadoes or anything going on.
Yeah, make sure that you're not driving into inclement weather.
Yeah, but I feel like you're going home, and you're going to feel like you're home, and that, I just see, I don't know if you've got a cat, but I see a cat very happily curled up on a chair, happy to be home. So,
So,
yeah.
and what I got for you was very similar. I got the Hermit. So you're taking your time, you're looking at everything, you're making sure everything's in order. There is a King of Cups energy, balanced, quiet power. So I don't know if that's a person around you, or if it's you, or if it's just the fact that all of this is coming to a really good place where your move is about to happen and you are really ready for it and you are aware of everything that could happen as you do your move. And my outcome, the happy family, 10 of Cups, you are definitely feel like you're going home, that you have your friends are there, you're looking for your ships to come in. So all it is now is just a matter of time and getting there and making sure that all of the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed and everything goes according to plan.
Kismet, man. It's the same thing I saw. Totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, welcome home, Joan. Even the land and the grass are going to be happy that you're home. Yeah.
That's funny. My guy always shows up as the King of Pentacles. So uh, Joan B's guy comes up as the King of Cups.
Hey, it's always good, man. Always good. You
Always
never
good.
know. Spring, fertility, hormones.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, keep us posted when you're going, and we'll say a little prayer for you. Send
Yeah.
you off in a safe little.
And
Yeah.
know that it is going to be everything is going to be for the best and absolutely work out.
Yeah. So, well, that's right, Kelly. You've got a puppy. How's that going? I want to see pictures. Puppies are a lot of work, but they're fun.
Is that Kelly's puppy?
It's Kelly's puppy. Yeah.
Kelly's puppy's name is Rosie.
Rosie. Nice.
I didn't read that. I just happened to know it. Just Hypnicity would like a message from Spirit, specifically, when will my energy return?
Not for a while. I think that you're maybe a week or a couple of weeks. It's important that you rest and rest your emotional mind, especially. I turn on English murder mysteries when I need to get, sort of check out of my emotional mind.
Aren't those the best?
Oh, it's better than a martini, like they're just
yes.
great. Yeah. It will return. You will recover, but have patience with yourself and know that it's it's part of a transition. Like we all experience grief when somebody dies, but sometimes when we have to let go of something in our emotional and spiritual body, we do go through a time of grief or low energy because we release something. And you have to let that energetically leave you and flow out. And sometimes, it's nice to be retired, that you can watch the murder mysteries all day, to
Right.
open up so you can move into the transition. Sometimes depression is a form of change. Um, you know, we call it depression, but I think it's that one of those low points, and to honor yourself.
Yes. Honor yourself.
Yeah.
And the first card I got is the Three of Pentacles. And this Three of Pentacles I like because it's the planting of the seeds.
Yeah.
So I keep hearing, don't rush yourself. Do what you need to do in the time that you need to do it. Don't think that you're not making enough progress. Um, you are getting there. You are getting there. She says, I'm a sponge for people's energy. It's been crazy lately. Well, Nalani, I don't know what exactly you have going on, but I got the Justice card, that this has some way to do with karmic justice, which is balance more than it is, it's a weighing of whatever's going on more than it is like a judgment and punishment kind of thing. So whatever this justice is that's coming to you or has just come to you is causing you to be a little hesitant. This is the Four of Cups. So in the traditional tarot, it's like offering a cup to someone and they don't want it.
Right.
Think about what it is. If it's not useful, don't accept it. And don't let yourself be don't beat yourself up for not being ready if you're not ready. Because I see this as you, the Page of Pentacles. You have what you need in that bag. Everything you need to do what you are wanting to do, you have it. You just have to breathe and give yourself time. So don't worry about how much time it's taking you to recover from whatever it is you're recovering from. Just breathe into it and accept that in the universe's time, everything will work out and be fine. I don't see you being in this position forever. It will pass. So just remember that once you work through everything, it will pass.
And if you are empathic, I take a couple of days where I don't see people, to kind of clean things out. Energetic hygiene only took me about 65 years to figure out. But
Yes.
hang in there. I mean, you're not alone. This is
And I
not
want to
problem.
remind you that you can call your energy back. So, like at night when you go to bed, call your energy back. In the morning when you wake up, call your energy back. So, wherever your energy has gone, you can call it back. And don't be afraid to do that.
Let us know how it goes, Hypnicity.
Yes. So, this will be our last question because Thayer needs to get to an appointment.
Yeah.
If I missed anyone coming in, Tracy's here. Ron Unconditional Love is here. So
Hi, Tracy. Hi, guys.
thank you for coming to join us. And Viviani would like to know a message from Spirit. Hi, Kelly.
Viviani, I'm feeling that in your future, relief is on the way. When you're in a car and you really got to go and you got to wait, there's no trees around, like out here, there's desert. This is a metaphor, but I feel like relief is on the way. Things are going to lighten up. The sun is going to come out from the clouds. Keep doing your due diligence. You will that is there for you, and it is promised to you. That's what your guides are saying. And I don't know what your situation is or what's going on, but they're saying you're not alone and you will get through this and relief is on the way.
Yes.
So
So I got much the same thing. The ghost of the pumpkin patch came first, and she is count your blessings because you've been working too hard. The angel of time. See the way she's looking at you? She's saying, stop it. You're working too hard. You don't do what you don't need to do. You're stretching yourself too thin. Remember that when it's time for a change, Poe says to use gadgets wisely. So, are you in every chat being a moderator for everyone? Maybe you don't need to do it for everyone. Maybe you should give yourself a little bit of a break. Don't work too hard. Use the gadgets wisely. And remember the eclipse mermaid. She talks about the powerful energy shift. So we all are feeling that. And it's a little bit draining. I did slow down a little. Good. Well, maybe you didn't slow down enough. Look at this. She's looking at you. She's saying,
you don't want her mad at you.
If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else.
That's right.
And so we want you around. We want you to be here with us. So take care of yourself.
And everybody take care of themselves.
Yes. And just as a final thought. No, wait, I missed it. That's not it. That is a beautiful final thought, though.
Thank you, Andrea. That's very kind. We appreciate you coming. I know what you mean, Thayer, when you got to go. When you got to go, you got to go. And then when you go, it feels so good.
Yes. So you're welcome, Viviani. Just take care of yourself. We love you, and we don't want anything to happen to you. So we want you to be with us, and we'd rather miss you a little bit in chat and let you be healthy and be whole than to lose you altogether. So
that's right. And thank you everyone for coming. All of our friends that give us questions so we can practice and get our little kismet thing going. I really appreciate it. I appreciate
it too. We do this to practice, but we're doing it to practice so that we can pass along the messages that you need to hear. So,
and it's fun. And we can't wait till Deb gets done with her legal stuff, so she can have purple hair.
Yes, well, I will be purple again.
Yeah, with a Roomba versus. You got it. Yeah.
Well, thank you, friends, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Stay well.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Have fun in the spring.